Hi everybody, it's Sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Ntando Mdletshe. And on this channel siyasibuke ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese sizala sokhuluma ngawo lama shows. Siyaphinda ke futhi sikhuluma ngama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. If it is your first time joining me today and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi kanye ne-notification bell ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. And today, you guys, I'm gonna do what I haven't done before, which is talk about the real housewives of Gqeberha. Is it Gqeberha or Gqeberha? Wasn't correct. The only thing is that we don't have voice notes, so you can't correct my pronunciation. Anyway, you guys, listen, when the Real Housewives of Gqeberha was announced, I was really excited because I was like, we are going to get closer sisters on that franchise. It's about to be interesting because we know how spicy our closer sisters can be. I was looking forward, you guys. I was looking forward. And I feel like even the issues that we are having, or I am having with that franchise, has nothing to do with the cast members. I feel like, honestly, they didn't give it all when it came to their casting. I'm not happy. It's not like I don't like the ladies, but I don't feel like they spent a lot of time or they gave it a lot of thoughts in terms of, you know, the people that they casted for this show. So it's not one of my favorite franchises in South Africa or in Africa. However, it is watchable, you guys. It's very entertaining. But I mean, it's not better than Devon, for an example. It's not better than Joburg, for an example. But you know, I have an issue that I want to talk about today. Honestly, when it started, I was like, I don't know who my favorite is, you know. And initially, Ashley, for me, she felt to me like, okay, is this really like a real housewife person? Is she gonna do well in this franchise, you know? And I have to admit, you guys, when they were introduced, she wasn't my favorite. I think she was my least favorite. But as it is moving, as the season is moving along, I feel like Ashley is becoming that person that is sharing a little bit more about their lives, you know. But let me mention this first, okay? I am tired of South African franchises, them having this one woman that they pick on to say that this woman is crazy, this woman is a drunkard, and you know, she is never making sense when she's speaking, she's out of control. There's always that one cast member that they pick on and they put that label on, the label of being a drunkard, the label of being crazy, the label of you know, of not behaving. They did it with not Pretoria. I didn't watch Pretoria. They did it with Cape Town. They did it with Durban, with Nonku. I'm just tired of that. You know, can we have a season where nobody is labeled as an alcoholic, you know? And obviously in Gqeberha, they have chosen Ashley to be that person, you guys. And funny enough, Ashley is the one person that has shared a little bit more about her life, you guys. And I feel like maybe it's the reason that I've paid attention to how much she has shared about her life is because I can relate to so much of what she's trying to share with the other cast members on the show, but they're not listening to her because they cannot relate. But I can relate to it, so I can identify the fact that she's trying to share more. She's trying to go deep, and they won't listen to her. Ashley is obviously married, and she has 2 kids, you guys. And her 2 kids, she has mentioned before that both of them have special needs. Okay, and one thing about being a special needs mom, you guys, only a special needs mom or only other special needs moms understand what that takes, you guys. And that is something that consumes your whole life, you know. Even when you are out with your friends trying to relax, your mind is back in that role of being a special needs mom. And just like Ashley, me being a special needs mom, I have heard so many times when I say, you know what, I can't do this because of this, and then I mention, you know, my child's needs, and they're like, but we all deal with that because we all have children. And people that have children that don't have special needs, it's hard to explain that it's not the same. It is not the same. You deal with stress when you are a mom, but it's not the same when somebody has special needs kids. And this is what Ashley is trying to say, because she's trying to build a friendship with these women. And every time they try to ask her, but Ashley, why do you always drink so much? And she's saying, listen, you guys, when I'm around you, I'm trying to have fun because I'm dealing with a lot at home. I have 2 kids that are at an age where they are supposed to have at least an ability to speak, but they are not. And every time she says that, this episode, you guys, I think Unati even said, yo, I'm tired of you. Every time, you know, we ask you about something, you make an excuse about your children. That broke my heart, you guys. That broke my heart, because I felt like, but she's trying to tell you who she is right now. She is a mom of a special needs child. So even in her explaining, when I'm with you guys and I'm drinking, and it looks like I'm drinking too much, it's because I'm trying to have fun and forget about the situation that I have left at home. I need your support in that, instead of you judging me in this situation. And I felt like, you guys, honestly, I don't know how to explain it, but I did feel like I would like to just give Ashley a hug, because as a mom of special needs kid, a special needs kid, or a kid with a special needs, I understood her. I was like, I get it, Ashley. I get it if you want to have one more glass of liquor when you are hanging out with your friend. And I understand your need for your friends to support you, but they are not getting it, you guys. I feel like every time she wants to share that, they're like, yeah, you can't be telling us about your children, you guys. To have 2 kids, guys, 2 kids with special needs, that is a big challenge. And I'm disappointed at how the other ladies honestly treat Ashley, especially when it comes to Liz. Because Liz, like when she is with Ashley, sometimes like alone, she will seem like she's kind to her. But it will be like 1 minute she is nice to Ashley, and then 1 minute she's not nice, you know. Like the other time she decided that she was going to take Ashley to the salon because she decided that Ashley's hair is not looking the part. And she takes Ashley to the salon and everything is fine. And she apologizes for how she had treated Ashley before. Great, okay. They go now and be with the group. Now when they are with the group and Ashley is telling the other ladies how nice Liz was to her, and then Liz just goes on to say, no, but we are not really friends with Ashley. Now Ashley is thinking, but why would you care about me so much that you take me to the salon to do my hair and give me this makeover, and then the next thing you say that we're not friends? The next thing, Liz again takes to Ashley to this woman, and she says to her, you know what, you need to help my friend here. She has no sense of style. Imagine somebody said that to you. You are already dealing with a lot at home. You know, you're already dealing with a lot. You're thinking a friend is being nice to you, saying, let's go shopping. And then they get there, they're like, this friend of mine has no sense of style. And then she goes on to say, you know, we were at this place and I saw her, and then I was ashamed that she was going to sit next to me. Like, I don't understand how they treat her that way, you know. It's like out of everybody, maybe because she's also like tiny and looks like she looks like she's young when she's not, and everybody feels like that is somebody that they can use in a group as a punching bag. I don't like that, because I do feel like she is somebody that needs a lot of support, and her being hyper and drinking and all of that, I do feel like she's trying to cope with what she is going through in her life. I feel like as people, sometimes we miss that when we're dealing with people, when we're dealing with friends, because it's like we're not trying to understand them. We are trying to make a friendship accommodate us instead of understanding our friends. There's so many friendships where I've taken a step back because I feel like if every time you say, friend, let's do this, and I'm like, no, I can't because I have to attend to these needs for my child, and you as a friend don't understand, and you are like, but you say that all the time. I feel like then you shouldn't be my friend because you're not trying to understand me. I feel like that's what Ashley is going through. It makes me sad, you guys. And for an example, I feel like I don't know much about Ubuli. For an example, I don't know much about Ubuli because everybody focuses on Ashley. Every time they're sitting at the table, it's going to be about Ashley, maybe a little bit about Ubuli and a little bit about Uliz. And then Unati and Ulona, they're just sitting there and we don't know anything about them. And the person that becomes a punching bag on the show is the person that is sharing a little bit more about their lives, but it's like they are so blonde to everything that she's trying to share because they are so caught up in their lives. They don't want you to talk about we don't want you to talk about your kids every time we ask you about your drinking. But what if the reason I'm drinking is because of the issue I'm dealing with my kids? It really touched me that I think Ashley, and I hope Wuti, they're able to hear her out. But I do feel like she needs to spend less time with Liz, because Liz is nobody is a good friend that every time you are with them they are going to throw jabs at you. Somebody that's gonna be like, oh, she has no sense of style. Like the person that feels better when they push somebody else down, when they throw jabs at you so that they can feel better about themselves, that person is not a friend. I like Ashley at this point, you guys, because I feel like regardless of everything that is going on and with the treatment that she's getting from the other ladies, she's still there and she's still trying to give us a real story on the show. I hope she will be recognized by at least getting another season. That is, if this franchise gets another season, you guys, because I'm not sure about it, honestly. I'm not sure. Maybe if the ladies go on a trip or something and we get, I don't know, we get to see how they interact away from Mdletshe or something. It would be more interesting. But at this point, you guys, I'm not sure about this show, but definitely Ashley for me is my favorite, and I feel like the other ladies are looking bad by not hearing her story, because there's a difference between listening and hearing somebody. I feel like the minute they hear her say my kids, they ignore everything that she says, but that is the most important story that she has to tell, the story of her kids. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegyo. Now, of course, we are going to talk more about the other housewives. When it comes to Rebecca, I'm still getting to know them, but we are going to do some more videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegyo, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.